Good evening, good evening. My name is Nosiphiwe. I wear many caps in the society, in church, at universities. All those who know me know that I wear so many caps. Some say I'm a social worker. Some say I'm a researcher. Some call me an activist. But in all that, I like to share my passions with people so that they learn from me. God has talented me with many talents, and some people ask me where I find time to do all these things. God gifted me with ideas which I like to share, and I would like to share the idea of a family agenda which God has put into my heart. God has always put families in my mind for many times. It was more than, I think, 10 years ago that elderly ladies were raped by young men who were using drugs. Those ladies were as old as 76, 78, and the young men that raped them were young as 16. That was the moral decay in the society that led me to write this book, which is called Womanhood in the Midst of a Careless Society. It looks quite old. It's the last copy that I have. Just will go for printers to get new copies. I always carried a family agenda. In as much as that happened under my care when I was a young social worker, I never stopped. When I stopped being a social worker and started to be a government researcher, I continued with my work for gender-based violence, with my work against gender-based violence, with my work of building families voluntarily. I remember when I worked for government in the Eastern Cape, I was recognized and given an award for the woman that contributes to the development of other women and families, which I did in my time, using my time, using my gifts, using my talents. I remember I was called on Christmas Day to talk on the radio when other elderly ladies were raped, not the ones that I'm talking about in my book, but the others that were raped in the Middle Drift district. Yes. Then I was called for an interview. Those who know me will know that I don't like interviews where elderly women are raped. I get teary, I get destroyed, because for me it is a sign of moral decay that needs us to intervene. I'm carrying a family agenda. I am new where I am. Let me start by saying I left government and I went overseas to further my studies and for my personal reasons that I don't want to share now. I'll share them in another video. Other personal reasons that make me smile. And I don't regret doing it. I'll do it again given a chance. So I came back. I intended to go back, but I'm still stuck. I don't know when will I go back. In as much as I intended to go back, I got a job as a gender-based violence activist. My job is limited. I still continue with the family agenda. I separately started a page on Facebook which is called Phenomenal Women of Hope. When a woman was raped, when a woman was stabbed 14 wounds in front of her 9-year-old, her 9-year-old daughter. Those who know me will know that I went door to door, calling people to donate their money for lunch so that we help a woman keep her child, because that time she was on the verge of losing her child. I'll talk about that some other day. I called a seminar in my personal capacity on a Saturday because I always carried this vision of rebuilding families, of restoring families, of a family agenda. It is my birth child. It is my vision that I carry. 6 weeks or 8 weeks ago, I circulated a voice note where I shared this vision and where I will be starting to pilot it in partnership with other stakeholders in Ceres. We all have that voice note, those who are in my cycle. The only problem that I didn't make a seminar where people register and maybe do it alone like the ladies do it and call it conversations or whatever. It was because I don't know so many people. So it was a platform for me also to get many people. So I let people make it a community agenda. But it is my brainchild, my vision, and everything that is written is coming from me. And I will continue with these agendas. I will interview people about the family agenda. I will build this vision. Please support it. We have to rebuild families. We have to come up with strategies that strengthen instead of cracking families. And this weekend, we will be in Ceres in partnership with different stakeholders, in partnership with religious leaders, and we will be doing this seminar. Everything is my brainchild, but I partnered because I don't know many people there, and because I want to pass the message to many people. So join me as I go there, and we will grow this family agenda together. We will grow the family agenda together. We can make partnership and grow the family agendas. Families will not be the same again, but we need to work together. We need to do something. I like to say to people, whatever we do for the communities, for the people, it is the legacy that we will leave for our children, and our names will be remembered as the agent of change. I've just launched it, and I will reveal a lot about it. And of course, I didn't do it alone. I went and approached one female reverend who is quite mature and older, and I asked her, I shared my vision, and she said she will help me build it. Then I partnered with her, and then she felt that it is very important that we involve other people. So I involved other people, and I shared my brainchild with them. And currently what I'm saying, even the victims of gender-based violence have come from a womb of a woman. Even the victims of gender-based violence come from families. It is time to restore the family as a system. It is time to mend the cracks in families. We should all be starting there. I will be sharing a lot about a family agenda. I will be sharing a lot about the agenda to restore the family as a system, because we all come from families. It starts there. That is my contribution this year in the 16 days of activism. As I always contribute, those who know me will know me that I always contribute. I'm calling everybody, and I'm saying the walls of Jericho are falling down in terms of the families. Let us come and rebuild them. We can rebuild them. Please hold me by the hand. Work together with me, and I know we can do this. It just needs commitment. It just needs passion. It just needs us to dedicate ourselves into changing lives. One day we will be asked to account as to what we have done during our time in this life. And we can boldly say, we have changed lives. May God bless you. I will be sharing a lot. Follow me. Follow me on the family agenda. I will be sharing a lot. It is my mind. It is my brainchild. It is my intellectual property. And I'll be sharing a lot of the family agenda. Okay, let me just also lift my profile a bit, because we don't study so that we are not known. I've done masters in child and family studies, but I decided to exit with a postgraduate diploma in child and family studies. So when I talk about family relations, it is something that I've studied, and I passed and I graduated on it. My masters are on gender-based violence, and I did it in Scotland. I did them in Scotland. And my PhD is on gender-based violence. So I've earned the right to talk about families. I've earned the right to give a contribution about family relations, about the family as a system, about restoring families, about rebuilding families. May God bless you.